Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's learn English with Khushi. Today we are going to read this book, Truth Without Apology by Acharya Prasant, chapter 151. So it is all about remember the truth, not the noise. And there is a quotations, never forget who you are. Forget that and you will start living lies. Not everything you remember is worth remembering. Most of your past is noise, not wisdom. Drop it, and you will find peace. Not all that you know deserves to be known. Much of it is borrowed, irrelevant, dead weight. Let it go, and you will feel lighter. Not everything you have needs to be had. Let possessions serve you, not rule you. You will remain humble, and what you don't have, see that it's rarely essentially. Lack is not a curse. Often, what is missing is what you don't truly need. You will remain free. True remembrance is not a clinging to triba, but staying rooted in truth. When you remember rightly, you live rightly, and right living is silent liberations. Constant remembrance is a unending freedom. Let's read chapter 152 and stop meditating. Go watch TV. Meditations that doesn't change a life. It's just a Louably for the mind. True meditations permits through life, uttering all that you are and all that you touch. Meditation must seep into every corner of your being, dismantling all that you are and all that you pretend to be. Real meditation is the raw courage to let your life to be torn apart and resembled. If you keep sitting with closed eyes but refuse to let anything shift, your meditation is nothing but polished hypocrisy. And when I say life must change, I am not referring to some vague inner glow. I mean the hard facts, your relationship, your work, your diet, your spending, your politics, your surroundings. That's what life is. That's what consciousness is made of. That is the very stuff of mind. If your dealings with clients remain the same, if your relationship with your family is just as petty, if your greed, your consumptions, your opinions remain intact, then what exactly have you been doing on that mat? Meditation that leave your life untouched is not meditations at all. It is just another way to remain comfortably asleep if the very center of your being is not shifting, then your meditation is not transformation. It is a seduction. Real meditation is fire. If nothing is reduced to ash, you are only daydreaming. Better to watch TV honestly than to meditate dishonestly. Now, chapter 153. Dig the dirt, find the diamond. Your inner diamond lies buried beneath your own inner dirt. Dig the dirt and dig it deep. Wherever you are, that is exactly where the door will open. You don't need a new city, a new relationship, a new teacher. Being where you stand. If you are bored, boredom is the door. Face it. Enter it. If you are attached, that attachment is the door. Let it show you your needingness, your illusion, your blindness. If you are angry or afraid, then your anger and fear are the gateway. Don't suppress them, follow them inward. They reveal the very architecture of your false self. Whatever you are, start there. Don't wait for an ideal mood or a or quit honor hour. Start where it hurts. Start where it's messy. Start where you actually are. Dig without a flinchy. Don't polish the surface or sanitize the dirt. Go through it only by preaching. The layers can the diamond be revealed. The dirt is not your enemy. It is the map. It holds the clues, the conditioning, the very shape of your mind. Now let's read chapter 154. Break out of your cell. There is a quotation. Love for the sky expresses itself as a disgust for the cage. At some point, the chick must realize that the cell of the egg is just too small to spend a life in. It was a fine once, warm, protective, necessary, but now it is a prison. How does the cell crack? Not by external force. It cracks because the cheek refuses to stay a small. But unlike the cheek, you don't have just one cell. You break one, and there is another, and another, and another. Each cell is a belief, each cell is a comfort zone, each cell is a lie you have made peace with. So, what must you do? Grow from within, grow bigger, grow so big that the cell cannot contain you. Let your bigness, your clarity, your longing, your resolve become unbearable for the cell. The cell will not crack because you hate it, it will crack because you have outgrown it. If you remain a little chick, the cell will never yield and the sky will remain a dream. But if you truly love the sky, you will not tolerate the cell, you will not decorate it, you will not call it home, you will break it. Now, chapter 155. Ignore the small battles, fight the right one and only the right one. I will beat him, I will destroy her. She dared to insult me. Did you hear that? Did she or didn't she? Was that a day of provocations? Was I wrong to pause? Have some mercy on yourself. Spare yourself the agony of these minor wars. They take your energy, your hours, your mental uh, bandwidth, and in return, they give you nothing that nourishes. Learn to bypass the small issues. They will come, they will tempt you, they will appear urgent and personal, but in truth, they are distractions. Choose instead to ignore the trivial in favor of what truly matters. Choose clarity over reaction, purpose over ego, and every time you do this, celebrate it. Pat yourself on the back. Say, that's one little step forward, one step away from noise, one step closer to truth. Life will throw endless bait, but the real task is not to bite. The real task is to preserve yourself for the real battle. Let the pity go, focus your attentions, your life on the worthy. Now, chapter 156. The case was never outside. Whatsoever exists within or around you at the cost of your freedom is a case. You are a bird. Your nature is to fly. You don't need to be taught how to fly, only freed from the cage. But we are strange creatures. Instead of unlocking the door, we train the bird to flap its wings inside the cage, and we call that a spiritual effort. Who are we fooling with these fly lessons? The word doesn't need instructions, it needs a space, it needs the sky. You don't need to gain anything, you need to drop what is a false. That dropping, that Riddance is freedom. Unlock the door, let the world out. You will see the comfort of the case and fear of the sky were tribal all along. Flight is not a luxury, it is your bright right. And the keys, it was never outside, the keys is within. Now, chapter 157. Time doesn't fly, you drift. Time doesn't fly, it follows. Your value If it's a slipping away, it's because you are not clear on what truly matters. Clarifying what matters and watch your time to rush toward it. You are the one allocating every moment to distractions, duties, desires, and you do so precisely in line with what you consider valuable, whether consciously or not. Time is not a mystery, it is a mirror reflecting your inner hierarchy of importance. So, if you say, I don't know, time just flew away, you are just being innocent, you are being dishonest. Time doesn't flee, it moves exactly where your mind tells it to. And if you say it slipped away unconsciously, then understand this. Unconsciously is what you valued in that moment, and just as a clarity, choice so is unconsciousness and costly one when you are ferociously clear about what is initially, and you will witness time away that clarity. No more slippage, no more confusing. Strive for clarity. Without it, life will bleed out through the cracks of your own indecision. Now, chapter 158. One day has infinite time. The one who knows that the clock is a ticking will not let the moment return empty. To respect life is to respect time. One day holds the infinite time. You call it 24 hours only because you have chosen to define an hour in a certain way. A day has just 24 hours, but how many minutes does a day have? Look, time has already multiplied. You want even more. Count the seconds in a day. Time expands further, and even a second has a billion fractions, does it not? See how time has become inexhaustible. This is not just wordplay. Let a second mean to you what an hour does. Has not your wealth of time multiplied instantly? One day carries endless possibilities, yet look how you devoted this infinite treasure to all kinds of trivialities and then complain you are short of time. Be ruthlessly mindful of where your time is going. Every billionth part of a second is life itself, and you throw it away as if it were nothing. A second is not an inconsequential unit. For you, it is the totality of time itself. If you want to our life, start by honoring the succeed second. Now, chapter 159. You are not lazy, you are loveless. The crew for laziness, a heart on fire, or a life worth fearing to waste. Laziness is not a lack of energy, it's a lack of understanding. You don't know your own inner trier, so you don't know what kind of work will bring you joy, what kind of action will yield real dividends. Work demands energy, and if the returns on that energy are unclear, you will choose inactions over actions. That's what laziness is. Had you tasted the sweetness, the three ambrosias of right actions, you would pick it up over our slots every single time, because what is the thrill in lying unconscious on a bed? Being awake is incomparable. Awake, alive, and fully aflame, two forces can pull you out of laziness, either the fear of wasting your one precious life or the love of something so beautiful, so immense that you can't sit still. And I am talking about the right kind of fear. I have only this life, and it terrifies me to waste it in a mediocrity. That is a fear worth having, or the right kind of love, a burning heart, a bleeding heart made for something higher. The courageous mind doesn't solve the problem, it solves itself. Now, chapter 160, stop waiting to be saved. Your primary responsibility is toward yourself. Bring light and freedom to yourself. Only then can you bring them to others. You neglected what you should have done for yourself, and now you expect someone else to compensate it for it. The fundamental responsibility to bring clarity and richness into your life is yours alone. No one else was born to do it for you. Yes, others can willingly and voluntarily contribute it, but it is not an obligations you can impose on them, nor do you have any right to feel betrayed if they refuse to shoulder your expectation. The bare fact is your life, your responsibility to drag someone into your life and hope they will decorate it with the meaning and beauty. Isn't it that naive? If you refuse to sweep your own house clean, why must someone else pick up your broom? Still you expect, and when the fantasy collapses you feel wronged and plea the victim. Why manufacture sorrow on purpose? Okay, that's all in this video. Thank you.